Well, welcome back to the Wafflehouse Part 2, which is we had an aborted attempt to start. We will start again. Resume from last week, the Wafflehouse in the middle of the Mirescar, trying to find the centre of the Mirescar to find information about a mine required by the elves. We're tasked to do this by a man in a green mask, a relation of Lewin, his father. Going through the Mirescar, they found demented elves and came across a swamp. Trying to cross the swamp on a decrepit boat, they came across a aberration, a huge, gargantuan frog creature who the Wafflehouse had trouble dispatching and sent it on its way. Unfortunately, stuck in its hide, there is Boris's javelin of lightning. After much shenanigans and swallowings and what have you, the Wafflehouse get to the far bank and stand there, dripping water, poisonous blood dripping off them until cleaned off by the arcane powers of Lewin Boreal. Bloated leeches who'd been feasting on the bloods of the Wafflehouse were ripped off, squashed on the floor, and the Wafflehouse stand there, cold, bedraggled, bemused, tired, and their journey continues. Okay, JC of course is not wet because he has got his wonderful hat on, but even he struggled inside the belly of Frogzilla. He was almost digested.
Very cold.
So, Wafflehouse, what do you wish to do?
Well, the first and most important thing here is I must get out of these horrible wet clothes by making them dry clothes via prestidigitation.
And that takes a minute, and you can do that.
Fucking intense.
Prestidigitation is instantaneous.
Yeah, but you can only do a small area at a time.
Ah, fair enough. Then I'm going to make sure that my hat and breeches, of course, are dried immediately.
And they are, and you do remove a small regular leech from inside your breeches. It was consuming something that used to be enormous, which is now shrunk to the size of a chipolata.
That water was very cold.
It was very cold.
Yeah, a blessing, really, because saved future generations there. Right. Well, that was most exciting. Nothing quite like a amphibian assault. Was it amphibious? I can never remember which one. Oh, don't look so glum. Everyone here's still alive.
I'm totally fine. That was nothing wrong.
See,
Yeah.
your skip's totally fine.
I'm healthy and whole. I got hurt a little bit, but that's why monks are the best.
Simply having a heartbeat and breath does not mean alive.
Which is all that you have at the moment.
Yes.
I am hearty and whole.
I've been mistaken. You skip, did you walk on water?
I am the Messiah, yes.
Really?
Yes.
He's so we've got to say it. We have to say it, don't we? No, he's not. He's a very naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
Now go away.
I should say I've heard of beings ascending their inner powers to become sort of godlike beings. Are you one of these?
I think most of us here are. We're mostly on our way there now, right?
Yes. Sorry, carry on, DM.
Boris, as you hear this, you remember, of course, you stood on water on that lily pad, and you are the champion. Fucking hell. It really grates brick, doesn't it?
I didn't say fucking hell, that wasn't me.
That was me. I was like, oh.
Even Iskip's sick of it.
It's like just throwing fucking oil onto a fire that is brick.
Oh, I'm gonna let it go one day, but today is not that day.
I don't like it here.
No, neither do I. I don't want to go through that again.
I agree. If only there was a appropriate name for this place, which indicated how dangerous and murky it is.
Crapwood.
I think that's a better name, Boris. I think they should rename it. I think henceforth we shall refer to this area as Crapwood.
Crap, what it is.
Oh, Crapwood! Crapwood! Sacre bleu, not the Crapwood!
Where's the French door to get him? Right, so I guess we continue down the path, or do we want to take a head down a little bit and take a bit of a quick nappy nap?
I mean, I'm always for a rest after something like that.
I would very, very much like a rest.
Yeah,
let's
I
head-
think we've got to walk a corpse of us.
Would you like a rest or an expedited rest?
First,
Given
please.
the fact, given the fact that using magic here seems to illuminate everyone in dangerous ways.
Which reminds me, Lewin, what did you roll after the session last week with regards to forgetting the ley lines?
It may have been a certain explosive consequence.
Could you roll 8d6 for me, please?
JC's standing a very long way away from the one at this point.
Suddenly, Lewin looks at you, wiggles his moustache, and it just his hat explodes in a fireball. Lewin, your hat is no more. It is no more. It's just floating bits, and there's a 28 hit points worth of damage of fireball to all of you.
What? Don't get to make a save or anything now, do I?
Everybody can make a dexterity saving throw against Lewin's DC, which is a 19, I believe.
Just not.
What is that, a dex? Oh, dex, I ain't got a chance.
I have something, I know I have, that says something about a dex save. I need
You
to
have
find
evasion,
it.
JC. It's evasion, same as me.
Right, I'm doing it with evasion.
Right.
Take half the damage. Because I'm going to need every little bit of help.
Do your deck save as well. Oh, so you take no damage.
23.
So Jack, you look at Lewin, and you can see his monocle starts to glow, and you have this sort of almost supernatural warning, and you dive behind a.
The premonition of like the fuse on the old cartoon style bomb was going down.
Exactly that, and you dive behind a rock just as Lewin goes.
And my new feather gets charred.
No, your new feather is fine because you're hiding behind the rock. But everybody else, Dak, you take 14 fire damage. 28 fire damage, but you have fire resistance. Is Skip?
Evade. Sorry, I should take half.
Fire resistance.
Skip, you can spend key points if you wish, as you know, to evade this. If you've got any left.
Yeah, no, I just use evasion as it is.
Okay, so you take 14 hit points of damage.
Nice.
Boris, you take 28 hit points of damage. Lewin, you take 28 hit points of damage.
Oh no, Lewin's taking this gamble. He's going to double down. So he's going to absorb it. So he's going to reduce the damage down to 14, and he's going to roll. He's going to roll again.
No, God.
You get a level. You get your level. You get a level 1. Actually, roll that one again because you don't have sorcery points. Do that again. Sorry.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, so you as you do that, oh Jesus, as you do that, Lewin tries to absorb it, and he absorbs his flame into him. By the way, and Brick, you take 28 damage, halved because you have fire resistance.
Yes.
JC absorbs it. So JC, this doesn't affect you. Lewin tries to catch the fire in his wrist and his hand, and as he reaches up to do that, and as he does, you can see it drips. It's dripping off the bottom of his hand, and this slick of oil is around you. And Lewin, you are now standing in a centre of grease, which also catches fire. You take another 1d6 damage.
Oh my god. Self-immolation.
I'm not casting that again. I only get one reaction.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so you
Right.
take another. So basically, the grease just catches fire and it sets you alight. You take 1d6 down. Can you roll 1d6, please?
Absolutely.
3, and you're on fire.
I'm gonna go and try and pat him out. If he's,
Okay.
Even though he's in the grease, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay, so the grease is on fire as well. Yep, yep.
Can I
Right,
dunk him in the swamp?
I will quite happily walk through that fire and just pick him up and dunk him in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk in. Are you going to let him do it? Are you going to let him do it?
No, I'm stopping him.
Okay.
I'm stopping Brick because there was combustible gases there.
Okay, could you make an athletics roll, please? And Brick, you can make an athletics or acrobatics.
My arms are still
Can
open,
I make
so...
an intelligence to see if I even know what combustible means?
Can you beat a 19, please, Brick?
Athletics, probably. No,
No, you can't. So
You
Iskip
see
stand.
all 4 arms grab him.
Okay.
Drag him away.
As you try and walk in, you see Iskip. You see Lewin burning in this grease. On fire. Lewin, you take another 1d6 damage.
Okay, nice. Hey, you take
1 damage.
4 points damage.
And you're on fire. You can jump out of the grease if you wish, which is on fire.
What Lewin is going to do is he is going to use all of his forward momentum to just push forward and just try and slide across.
Okay, you can do so, but you're still on fire. There is the water next to you, and you can hear as marsh gases erupt in the middle of the swamp.
You could almost call this a slip and slide from hell.
Boris is going to yell at Lewin. Roll on the floor. Roll.
You see Lewin just goes, I do apologise, but I appear to be on fire.
Roll. Roll.
And as you say that, the ends of your moustache, the wax moustache at the ends, there's little candles on the ends of each bit.
Right, I roll something quickly.
Yep.
If it's odd, it's the worst possible outcome. If it's even, I can salvage it. Hey, that's okay. I get to keep the moustache for now. Please help me,
I'm
companions.
gonna go pat him out with my arms, all 4 of my arms.
Okay.
I'm going to pee on him.
So Boris lifts up his kilt, and Lewin, you're going to let him do this?
No.
Okay, so he jumps out of the way.
I don't know where that thing's been.
You don't have to ask.
And as he lifts up his kilt, you can see at last the plums are back where the plums should be. After taking a protracted vacation into the midst of his abdomen for the last couple of
My
weeks.
God, I didn't know anacondas lived in this forest.
Lewin, you can put the you pat the fire out with your magic arms, with the pig trotters, and the rest. And you do smell the smell as you do that of pork scratchings. But then the fire goes out, and all there is now is the oily grease smell on the floor, which is just burning brightly, and the smoke is dissipating into the swamp. In the distance, you hear the frogs gribbeting and a very deep, wounded "Zzz" in the distance.
Well, I would say I do think now the entirety of Crapwood probably knows we're here now. Yeah.
Should we go? Now that we've thoroughly destroyed ourselves.
I
Okay.
think that's a wonderful idea. Boris, can I get you to just come close for a second, please?
Okay.
legs appear to not be moving. Could you please carry me?
Okay. Do you specify how?
No.
Do I still have the chair sitting on my back?
Oh,
And-
yes.
You
Yes.
do, and
I was
as you
gonna
say,
say that.
as you'd say that, Iskip sits down and starts munching on an apple which he got from somewhere, and he just seems to take a singular bite out of it and looks at this fruit, and he thinks, that looks nice.
Does this stand out as odd to Boris? Well, to anyone, I suppose.
No,
but-
none of your compatriots are odd in any way.
Well, Lewin, clamber aboard.
We're all extremely unique.
Does this chair have straps?
And by the way, JC, it's starting to get very itchy as your fur is starting to grow back.
Yeah, I'm sitting there just scratching. Loads of
Yep,
waffly.
yep. So there is chair strapped to the back of Boris. Nothing to strap you to the chair, mind you, but you can sit in that if you wish.
I am going to sit in this chair.
Very powerful magical artifact, that.
You have to be a champion to use this chair.
Ah, but we've already proven that I am a champion.
You have exactly
Sit
that.
in this chair.
Yeah, champion of being the right idiot.
Yep. So Lewin
Still a champion.
Lewin sits on the chair and he is still smoking slowly to himself. His moustache is like a very slow fuse and sort of gradually burning down.
I'm going to have to get the emergency kit out. See what I can salvage out of this.
When you get emergency kits out, we end up getting chased by giant insects.
Yes, but that's only recently. Before then, it was a lovely time of cucumber sandwiches and the finest wine and olives. What's a couple of random explosions in comparison to luxury like that, huh?
I hope to live through luxuries.
I guess all good things must come to an end.
No, I don't think that's it.
And as you stand there, you start to feel rain falling from the sky. And there's a slight rumble of thunder in the distance as the heavens open. The fire gets put out. And all of you, apart from Jacques, of course, are wet and miserable. For those listening, Louis just lots of silly pictures. There we go. Not cats this week. So, what is the Waffle House doing? You're standing there on the shore of the swamp. There is a pathway that's opened up in front of you. Behind you, you hear the frogs and the rain dripping into the water. The intermittent swamp gas is released, and the smell in the air of burning grease and a slight soupçon of burnt hair.
I, for one, would quite like to get out of the rain and keep moving.
So you follow what's the marching order going to be?
I'm with Boris regardless.
Yep.
I'll just take the back again.
Okay.
But if I wasn't so susceptible to traps and stuff at the moment, I would say I'll go first, but perhaps I'll go equal with Boris at the front.
Okay. So are you putting your marching order in? So Boris is at the front. So who's at the front?
Sounds like me and JC are at the front.
You and JC at the front, and then it's Lewin is on. You're looking backwards, Lewin.
Yes.
And then it is Dak, Iskip, and then Brick at the back, yep?
Yep.
Okay, copy that. And you walk you walk further into the swamp. In the distance you hear laughing.
Come now, it doesn't look that ridiculous.
And there's an occasional gribbit. And the ground now is very boggy underfoot. And who's in front? Who's in, it's Boris and Jacques, yep?
Yeah.
So who's actually the person in front? Are we going to be two abreast?
What are we going to do, boys? Rock, paper, scissors, or are we going to do two abreast?
Boris just starts giggling at the word breast.
You see Jack's shoulders just slowly slump. That's how you laugh.
I mean, according to official campaign law, Boris is the only confirmed person who has seen them.
That's true, and they usually come as pairs, so I would expect them to be two abreast.
My God, is that true?
Actually, not in cats, they don't. Cats have multiple breasts.
I've seen 6, boys.
Is it true that I often hear that Tabaxi often learned to play the piano as teenagers?
I never could. I don't have the dexterity for it.
So Boris is obviously in the lead. So therefore, so Boris is in the lead, and then behind him it is Lewin's on the shed pacing backwards, and then it is Jacques who is being interrogated by Lewin. Dak, Iskip, and then Brick. Yep. Okay, so Boris, could you make a survival roll for me, please? Okay, so the path is treacherous, but you stick to it, and you feel almost as if you're being guided along. You are having to now jump from solid land to solid land. There's swamp around you. There's freestanding water. And after a while, after a couple of hours, you think you guesstimate now it's sort of early afternoon. The rain abates, and the forest, the swamp is just claggy and damp, and you still feel humidity going up. There are biting insects around which are frustrating you. Lewin on your back is constantly berating Jacques about something.
Oh, he's not berating, he is interrogating Jack about all aspects of Tabaxi life.
And what are the rest of you doing? Dak, this forest feels just wrong to you.
Yeah, I think just generally giving every aspect of the forest a side eye as we walk past, just trying to understand what is wrong with this place.
And after some time, you get to a, I believe it's this one. You get to a promontory of land, and you can see there's a bridge there, which is rickety, crossing the swamp. Brick, can you make a... Sorry, Boris and Jacques, can you make perception rolls for me, please?
Natural 20 for 26.
So both of you see there is a boulder. On top of that boulder, in fact, there's several boulders you can see. There's mist floating over the swamp, which is newly acquired this evening at £5.99, and which is nicely animated. And it is floating over the swamp, and you can see elves standing there with blackened eyes, pale faces looking at you, and you can hear them look. They're just standing there giggling. They've got bows on their backs, rusty swords by their sides. They're standing there. Could you all make stealth rolls for me, please?
With pleasure.
Dax, do you have the thing prepared?
The pass without trace.
Yes.
Okay, so you are there. You see them. Boris, you see these things in front of you before they see you, and you inform the rest of the party that they're there. When you go into stealth mode, and fortunately, the quietness of Iskip and Dak seems to muffle the sound from Brick and Lewin as they clash into each other. But you feel perhaps you haven't been seen, Boris, at the front.
I think, what do we reckon? Should we preemptively cast Pass Without a Trace? But it could give away a position if we get some really wild thing happen.
I think it'll be fine. I think you should do it.
Should I get a bucket of water ready?
Just hold your breath.
Wait. Okay, so you cast. So you get you sprinkle some ashes on your foreheads of the people around you. Now look like commando mode, and you're in. You are much more difficult to see now. You can see the elf to the north of you. And he just rocks back. He's sitting on his haunches and he just rocks backwards and forwards.
Oh God.
Dak disappears. Dak's pass without a trace is so perfect. He just vanishes from you all.
Oh, fuck. Yay!
I remember this. Push where he is.
Right, I'm just going to go for a wee whilst you decide what you're going to do.
Scream.
It's such a shame that obviously I've got disadvantage on ability checks because I actually got a natural 20 with a stealth roll, so 35.
Jesus, man.
So I like the idea of sneaking through here.
Pretty good.
I don't have the resources to survive another fight.
No.
Nope.
I don't.
One good hit and I'm down.
Yep.
Do we have a cardboard box?
One minor hit and I'm down.
I feel great.
Seasonal.
I mean, I'm okay. I could take a fight, but after that I won't have anything. And these things are incredibly irritating to fight.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely try and sneak past, I think.
Yeah.
This is a very big map.
Or we try and find an alternate route.
We
Seems
could.
like this route is predestined for us.
Yeah, that seems to
One
happen
was
a lot.
God's plan.
Well, Larson,
Ideally, we want to stay
Right.
across the bridges. I do not want to go back into the water.
Mm. Well, it's very hard to be
It looks
stealthy
like-
in the water.
It looks like we're going to struggle, though, potentially, anyway, if you look, because, I mean...
You can see in front of you. You can see to the north of you, Brick. There is the rickety bridges, and you see there are ways to cross the swamp.
Can we hear frogs in this swamp?
Sorry?
Can we hear frogs in this swamp?
Yes, you can.
You want to know how that played out?
That's why we stay quiet.
I mean, the only other option we've got is Dak turns into those wisps and we zoom
can't do
across. No?
Nope. I am so spent on spell slots. There's not a great deal I can do.
Like I
Okay.
say, don't
Well, you,
have the ability
Dak, you
to-
can't actually talk to Dak because he is vanished. He's no longer there.
Mm.
And when you talk to him, Dak, you can hear them, but they can't hear you because you're that invisible.
Can I
I
prod
will
the,
communicate by moving Jack's feather.
What
what do you hear?
feather.
Ah, so the rest of you see a Jack's feather start to animate. The magic of the swamp is clearly starting to infect Jack.
Yep, I've invented feather semaphore.
So I know what this is, and you just see that Lewin's dirty, muddy, wet boot starts prodding you on the shoulder, Dak, leaving great big boot marks down your left-hand shoulder.
So you see, so you see, you can. Well, you're actually sitting on the chair at the moment.
Yeah, but let's not that distract the fact that my boots are filthy.
Okay, so I thought you prestidigitated them, but never. Okay, so you.
It builds up quickly.
So Dak comes back eventually after about a minute.
I was going to say, so now you can do mage hand. Now you've got the floating foot as well.
And as you chat to each other, you are making some noise. Could you all make stealth rolls again, please? Disadvantage this time because you're chatting with each other and sort of interacting, having a bit of a party. Get plus 10 to this.
Oh, no, that was
22.
Even Boris, who was whispering.
Oh yeah, because they're all chatting behind you. They're having a bit of a party. Okay, it's still okay. So because of your pass without a trace, this elf up to the north of you is just. Just imagine the laughter a little bit like Joker from the movie. It's a rather strained laugh.
See, my father.
See, if I had normal ability checks with that part of trace, 44.
Jacques vanishes into the quantum realm. He is now in a multiverse and has disappeared. Despite the fact he's pink.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
So what are you doing? You see this elf is laughing. He's sitting there on this rock in this swamp. He's just on his haunches. He's sitting in the mist, which is just undulating around, and you can smell marsh gas, the corruption from the water. Hear frogs in the distance.
I will whisper to rest bridges now. Let's move.
Okay. So, do you want to move yourself onto the bridge?
I shall take Dak's place. On the bridge.
Oh, no.
Oh God, you hate bridges, don't you?
I don't, but I know someone who does.
Okay. So, Louis, are you going to stay on the back of Boris?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is the stealthiest position I could be in.
Okay, so you sit yourself on the back, so you're looking backwards.
I am looking backwards, keeping an eye. I am.
Okay.
I am perception bot.
So, are you going to start moving across the bridge then? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. Do a step at a time, or.
It is creaky. You would probably need to do it slowly.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what's maybe quarter pace. I'm assuming
Okay.
would probably go.
And are the rest of you following him?
I was after feel it creak. I'd probably turn around and just be like, hold a finger up like one at a time.
So the rest of you are just waiting, yeah, as Brick crosses.
Well, before Brick goes on the bridge quickly, who is the most injured out of all of us?
Oh, no, well, but Brick, stop moving. Hold it a second.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Sorry, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Faster.
Yep.
Yeah, who out of all of us is like the other most injured? Obviously me, and then who else?
That's not looking so great.
Yeah, Boris is pretty low.
Well, I am going to, whilst we're stealth, I'm going to cast my final invisibility thing on myself, but at 3rd level, and I will.
Okay, could you? Okay, could you roll the wild magic surge roll for me, please?
That one.
Okay. your fingers start to light up, and you can see each nail is starting to buzz. You feel there's energy. Where are you going to point your? Where are you? Which direction are you going to point your hand in?
Oh God. What is it? How do you do that? It's a D8, isn't it?
No, you can choose. Your hand is glowing. Which way are you going to point your hand? Your fingers.
I don't know what the outcome is going to be, so I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to point out in this direction.
Okay, that way. Yep.
Yeah.
So you put there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Lewin.
Hello.
You see Jacques his hand starts to throb as he starts to go invisible. And what you see in the end is just 5 nails on the end of his claws, which shoot out to the east and then turn round and hit you. Jacques, could you roll 8d4 for me, please?
Oh no, they don't. Do I recognise what this is?
Yes, you do.
Then, in which case, it bounce off me.
Okay, so Lewin pushes up a shield. Could you roll your wild magic roll, please?
That's annoying.
No, here we go.
We don't need enemies to kill ourselves.
I've taken more damage from this group than I did from Zilla.
Did you see what it said?
No, I can't see it.
Only me and you can see it. Yeah.
Only Chris is Ross's maniacal laughing.
I'm dreading this.
I need some music. No, I don't need that. I need some music. Bear with me 1 second.
Is it a funeral march?
No, what you need is where is that? There we go. Oh, come on, where are you?
I'm sorry, guys. My plan of making the weakest of us, get a bit protected a bit, might have just,
As I said, who needs enemies when we can just kill ourselves every week?
And coming, running out of the mist, you see this black creature, this steed, beautiful black skin, black flowing locks, clawing at the air with his front paws, a horn on his head. Let's change it. It is a large creature. There we go. You see this black unicorn come. That didn't. Oh, that has. Has that crashed? That has crashed. Okay, so you see this unicorn stand there. And you can hear a laugh, a responding laugh from the elf. And the unicorn comes up to you. Who did that spell? Lewin, and he stands in front of you, and he puts his head down towards you so you can stroke it.
My God, it's beautiful.
He's a black, and he's beauty.
I shall call you the Dark One.
He shakes his head. And he paws in the air, and he says, "Bank at Barclays." And
long-term investment savings.
yes. And he starts galloping along next to a train.
And one of the elves in the background goes,
I think we should name
Go.
it Void.
My equine companion would require your assistance. Can you please run off in a sensible direction and distract as many of these nefarious elves as you can?
And he goes north. And he nods. And he goes forward. This way. And the elf looks at him and goes, "Ha ha ha ha! gets his bow out and tries to string it, but the horse is gone. And he goes, and he keeps going forward, and he splashes through the bridge, and he gets to this bridge and knob, and he collapses under him into a pile of debris, and then disappears. No, we don't want that one. Wrong one. There we go.
As that's all happening, are we able to just stealthily make our way across the bridges?
Okay. First of all, okay. Now, I need Brick.
Yeah.
What's your strength per constitution?
Strength plus constitution.
And how much weight are you? How much weight are you? How much weight are you carrying?
Good question. Quite a bit. 190. Apparently, according to.
190. Ooh, okay.
I think.
Okay, the bridge creaks underneath you. One of the boards goes, but you keep going forwards, and you can get across to the other side. But as you get there, could you make for me, please? Oh, before you get there,
Yeah.
could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please? You're back here in the middle. And Jacques, you are now invisible.
Ignore the disadvantage. I don't know why I rolled it, but it's the same anyway. 18.
You are fine. Okay.
So you know, obviously, I did it at third level, so I can touch someone else, and they would also be invisible, and I picked Dak for that.
Okay.
Just so that way we can't hopefully easily get targeted in our
Okay.
weakened state.
So there's laughing tries to get into your brain, but you shrug it off.
Should I still have this purple dot on me?
Yes, I've just put it on you.
Oh.
Just reminds me that you've passed this saving throw.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
no worries, I'm across
Get to the other side, and you see this horse go forwards to run through the swamp, jump from lily pad to lily pad through the swamp, being chased by arrows from these elves and the screaming laughter of these mad elves. Pursue it northwards.
As soon as Brick clears the bridge, Boris will start to cross.
Okay. Could you cross, please? What's your strength per constitution?
What's my what?
Strength per constitution modifiers.
10.
10, and how much are you carrying? What weight are you carrying?
He's pretty stripped down apart from a chair and a Lewin.
Oh, you got Lewin on your back as well, yeah. Okay.
Well,
Oh dear. Okay, so let's get to the middle. Lewin, how much do you weigh? What's your strength per constitution modifier?
So my strength modifier is -1.
Yep.
And my constitution modifier is +3. Sorry, +4.
So it's 3. Okay, Boris and Lewin, can you both make wisdom saving throws for me, please?
Oh god.
I love wisdom saving throws. 14.
Nice.
Where Boris goes is when he's sure to follow.
Where is my thing that says confusion?
Ooh, is this a spell or effect?
It is an effect.
In which case, I am going to use this to give myself a +4 to turn that into a 18.
An 18, yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna blow
Okay.
yourself up again.
It's not a spell.
Thank God for that.
It is. What did you roll? Sorry.
So I rolled 12 +2 +4.
Okay. So, Boris, what did you roll? A 4. Okay. Lewin, you pass. So give yourself a purple dot. Boris.
Yes.
You can act normally. And you keep
Am I
going.
supposed to have a purple dot?
No, you don't have a purple dot, no. No.
Purple dot has appeared on me.
Let's get rid of that. Okay, so you keep moving forward.
Yep.
And could you make an acrobatic roll for me, please?
Okay. 12.
The bridge collapses under your feet, and you and Lewin fall into the water. Splash.
How deep does this water look?
Well, you're now in it.
Is it too late to try and get out of this situation before I fall in?
Make an acrobatics roll at disadvantage.
Okay. 12.
No.
Fantastic.
Okay.
In which case, let's roll the dice again, because I can't fall in the water because it will kill me. So if I can, I'm going to try and misty step. Poof, next to bridge.
Okay, could you roll? Could you do the thing again, please? Well, okay, could you roll a 1d10 for me, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I'm
Suddenly, Lewin, you stand there, and actually, suddenly your clothes, your sleeves come up your arms a little bit, and your
Can I choose where those 2 inches go?
you certainly can. So you're suddenly taller.
These inches are suddenly very tight.
But you were in the water when that happened, so you have a leech attached to you.
Ah, no.
Boris, you're in the water at the moment.
Hey.
Okay, you've got a leech attaches itself to you.
Can I carry on to the shore?
You can swim to the shore. Okay, so you're going to get another leech if you do that.
Yep.
Can I? So hold it. Well, before you do this, let me just do your leech. Lewin, you take 1 hit point damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 1. Boris, you take 2 hit points damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 2. And you both get to go to the shore. Boris, could you make another wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Okay. Pow.
Fine. You shake off the madness that's in your mind. Okay. But you got leeches attached to you.
Can I do anything this time?
If you've got there, Lewin is there. He's got a leech attached to him. Brick is standing there, just looking a bit bemused. He's just watched his horse go up north.
Well, if
So
I
the-
can do anything.
so
I'd
the
like to get
three-
rid of these leeches.
Okay. Well, make a medicine roll for me, please.
Medicine. Okay. Okay.
No, you can't remove the leeches. So that's for you. Lewin, what are you doing?
I very kindly asked Rick in a quiet voice, I do appear to have a leech attached to my bottom. Could you remove it?
I'll get the leech.
Okay. So you can make Lewin. Brick. Could you make a medicine roll with advantage, please?
Okay. That's still not going to be very good, but we'll give it a go. 17.
Okay, so you stick your hand. You don't want to look at it really, and your hand actually. You found this big leech. You're gonna put it very hard. Lewin, you take 1 hit point's worth of damage, and your voice for the next minute goes up 1 octave.
I'm afraid that is the wrong one.
Okay, next go. Lewin, you take 1 hit point damage, and your maximum hit points reduced by 1. Boris, you take 2 hit points damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 2. And on the south bank here, we got Dak, and JC and Iskip. What are you guys doing?
Dak will attempt to cross the bridge.
Oh, so Dak tries to cross the bridge. Okay, Dak goes to cross the bridge. Okay, could you make an acrobatics roll for me, please?
Sure. 18.
No problem. There's a hole. You're quite light. There's a hole. You jump across that. But as you get there, could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
I try.
And I'm going to change that. You see Lewin in front of you. Could you make a cantrip attack against Lewin, please?
Sure.
12 to hit. No, Constitution. Louis, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? Fail.
14.
Fail. You take 12 cold damage, but the leech falls off.
Oh, hey, it's all coming out positive now. Oh, sorry, it's all coming out positive now.
I'm sure this isn't in the rules as written. Okay, so okay, you can move again. Dak, could you make a... Jack, what are you doing? And Iskip, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to wait until Dak was off the bridge. Then
Okay, so Iskip, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll go last. I'll wait for JC to go across.
Okay, Dak, could you make another wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure. 16.
Fine.
Coolly.
And you get it, the laughter at your head, and you can get across the other side. Boris, could you take another 2 points of damage, and your maximum hit points reduced by 2. Lewin and Brick, you see Boris there with these great big leeches attached to him.
Would you like a hand, Morris?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hold on. You see just a little spiritual hand appear. Can I attempt to pluck off?
Okay.
One of...
Okay, so Boris, you can make a medicine saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
16. You take one of the leeches off. You've still got one, so you've taken. So you've still got one attached to you. Okay. Dak is across the other side. Brick, what are you doing? You can see this elf laughing.
I'm going to wait until everyone gets across before I go anywhere. I'm going to keep an eye out, make sure he's not looking in our direction.
Okay, Jacques, you're next on the bridge. By the way, the hole is about here.
Cool.
Okay. So you start walking across. Can you make an acrobatics? Not a problem. Could you make for me, please, a wisdom saving throw?
I have 2 points of exhaustion, so that's disadvantage on ability checks.
It's a saving throw.
Oh, okay, 17 then.
17. You are fine. You get there and you get a purple dot as well.
Cool. Do I clear the gap?
You are a cat with feline things that you can get across without a problem. Boris, take 1 hit point damage and your maximum hit points are reduced by 1. And the rest of you can see Boris there with his one last leech just sucking at it's under his kilt. Or one of his buttocks.
I'm not getting that one.
Fine, Dak will help.
I'm going to have to do a PG-18 on this episode, aren't I?
Yeah.
Boris is backing towards you with his kill.
Through it, Scotsman.
I have to say, after getting the tug from dear Brick here, I think I'm now the biggest in my race.
Yeah, but now it's a noodle, so...
Okay.
Those toys where you pull the string and it just goes back in.
Okay, between the three of you, you can pull the last slug off. Okay, I'll let you do that.
What you don't know is Lynn's a bit like a Beyblade if you don't. He spins around.
So somebody though has to reach up Boris's kilt. Who has the honour?
Come on, don't be shy.
Dak will do it.
So Dak, okay, and you grab this thing and you yank it off, and you just do a little bit of frostbite on it, and it just comes away in your hands.
There we go.
The thing doesn't work at the moment. I'm emotionally ruined.
Iskip, you're left on your own at the back.
Are we being targeted? Have we been spotted by these guys?
Make an insight roll.
12.
You don't know.
Don't know. Because I could just run to the other side.
Yep.
But if we haven't been spotted, I'm just going to stick with the group. So I'll make my way across with everyone else.
Okay.
Walk up to the bridge.
Okay. Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Certainly. 26.
Not a problem. This laughter is just nothing to you.
Yeah, you should have heard, my master. And I'll jump across to the other end. Who needs deleaching?
I think we're leech free at the moment.
You can get the next one.
Ugh. Thanks. It was a spectacle to see it from the other bank, Boris.
I thought you would just eat them.
Not the one that's been attached by a...
Okay, so you get there, and the bridge behind you sways. You can see now another bridge. There's more of these elves just standing there laughing. But you've realised all of you have now worked out that the ways to block out this noise. The one to this guy here is, if he's aware of you, he's ignoring you. Dak, you've got about 3 minutes left of Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, blimey, we faffed around a lot on that bridge.
Oh, yes, you did.
Okay, well, I can always recast it again.
Yes, you can.
Well, we can try anyway.
I think we should carry on moving.
I think that's probably a good idea.
So who's going to go first? Who's going to go first?
Probably send the lightest ones first.
Yeah.
So, Jacques, you are invisible still. Nobody knows where Jacques is.
Isn't Dak invisible as well?
Oh, Dak is invisible too. Yep. So, Boris, you felt this invisible hand go up your kilt.
Wait, is the invisibility and passive on a trace an hour? I thought invisibility was less time.
Mine is normal invisibility and it's concentration up to 1 hour.
Up to 1 hour.
Okay, fair enough.
That is. Did you cast regular or greater invisibility?
Normal invisibility.
Then it would have broken when Dak interacted with an object. So basically, you see Dak appears with his hand up your ass.
Oh, this was so PG once upon a time. And Dak is now wearing sort of gimp gear, but there we go. Okay.
Wait, that went from 0 to 100 in a split second.
Exactly that. So, you are creeping forwards. There is another bridge in front of you. You see now, off to your right, Brick, there is another elf standing on a platform. His eyes are blackened. He's just laughing. He's got a bow in his hands.
I think considering they shot at the flying horse, it's a very likely chance that they'll try and shoot us if they do notice us. So we still need to try and be as quiet as we can.
Okay.
Shall I recast then before we start?
Yeah.
You still got a couple of minutes. You still got a couple of minutes left. You know that.
Probably get one across at the time, but in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what then, let's send over the small ones then. So JC and myself, do you want to go? I think with the lightest throwing. Let's go. I will is this bridge real, first of all?
Make an investigation roll. So you stop to actually examine it.
Definitely real.
It looks real, solid. There's a bit of rot in it. You see, it can't take heavy weights.
I tentatively step across, slowly, carefully, and as stealthily as I can. So,
well,
5.
Okay. You can do that. You get to the middle. The boards under your feet barely feel your weight because you know how to walk.
As I'm passing, do I see any which looks suspect that could crack under more weight?
And make another investigation roll for me, please.
Nope, this is a sturdy bridge.
They are made of steel. This is solid ironwood.
Untied bridge.
Exactly.
Wood-colored steel.
Absolutely. This is not a problem. You can just walk straight across it without a problem.
Cool. Awesome. Right, I'll keep walking up then.
So you walk across. You get to the other side. And you don't... The bridge barely feels your weight as you know how to cross, and you get to the other side into the trees. Jack.
I will start to cross the bridge.
Okay. And you're invisible. And with your passive acrobatics, you manage to get across. And again, there's barely a sound on the bridge as you do so. And you hear this laughing of almost like children in the background.
Lewin, you're up.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Second time in my life. Right. I am crossing this bridge.
Okay. Can you make an acrobatics roll for me, please?
Absolutely. That's a 21.
Okay, and nervously, you don't want to jump and get in the water again. You walk across slowly, and as you get to the other side, now the problem, you feel, Dak, you feel the pass without a trace drops.
Okay, right, well,
You hear laughter in the background.
fingers crossed, everybody.
And we need Jack's laughter in the background. Get your kids to laugh. That's what we need.
There you go.
Has it been an hour already?
Oh, it's an hour, is it? I beg your pardon. No, you don't need to do that again. I beg your pardon. I thought it was 10 minutes.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, so you can keep going. Don't have to do it again. Okay.
Okay.
That shows the last time I read the rules of this game. Okay, can you make an acrobatics roll for me, please?
I can try. 16.
Okay, get to the middle. The bridge sways a little bit, but you can keep going and you get across to the other side.
Yay.
Brick's in big old heavy armour, right?
Yep.
Okay. Boris next then. Oh no, you might beat me to it.
No, I'm just getting ready. Just getting ready to watch this go wrong again.
Yeah, just to point and laugh as I fall in again.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Boris.
Yes.
Okay. Start to walk across. You can hear this laughter, but you just ignore it now. You're just watching the planks under your feet. Could you make a acrobatics roll for me, please?
Okie dokie.
And you step on the sides, and you can see one of the boards looks rotten, but you avoid it, and you walk over, and you get to the other side.
Wonderful.
Brick is left on his own now. You're on your own. Brick.
Yes. I go across.
Okay. Walk onto the bridge.
Halfway.
Make an acrobatics roll for me, please.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Oh dear. That shouldn't even be advantage. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Splash! The bridge gives way, and it just crumbles to the side, and you fall into the water, Brick, with a big splash. He's fallen in the water.
That's the
and you sink to the bottom.
Oh shit.
Straight away. Okay, you are now at the bottom of the water. The rest of you see the side of the bridge give way, and Brick just falls in and just disappears.
Do I have a chance to react to try and help Brick before he falls in?
No.
Cool.
No, you
Brick
don't.
won't. In that case, I'm going to walk straight forward towards the bank.
Okay. Right, you're at the bottom of the water. First of all, next round, a leech attaches it to itself. You take 1 damage, and your maximum hit points reduced by 1. And you're going to try and walk. You are in sludge, which is very thick. Could you make a strength roll for me, please?
Yeah, is saving or just regular
strength roll? Regular strength roll.
25.
Okay, you push yourself forward. You can move 1 square closer to the bank.
Yes.
Another leech attaches itself to you.
I'm going to keep tabs of the leech and do it at the end if that's okay.
So I'm putting the green. I've got 2 on you.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll do the calculation again.
Okay, so the rest of you don't know. You can see bubbles under the water. You can do anything whilst he is under the water.
Has anyone got any rope?
I think I should have rope. I don't know that I've ever used it.
Now's a good time.
Okay. Boris is going to go to the edge.
Right, so your rope is in your backpack. It's going to take you an action to get it out of your backpack.
An action it is.
Yep, okay, so you got your rope in your hand. Okay, Brick, you take 2 damage and 2 maximum hit points are reduced by 2. Necrotic damage. Try and make a strength roll for me, please.
Yeah, 1 second. Strength roll. Wrong one, hang on. 22.
Oh, you go another step forward. You know where to go. Poof. But another leech attaches to you. Okay.
Okay.
Brick, you see. Boris, you see the bubbles in the water. There's something under there coming your way.
All right, let's hope this is a brick then.
Quick, boss, hit it.
Don't say that. He's a moron and he will do it. So I throw the rope in or dangle the rope in. Or
You throw the rope in. Okay. But the rest of you doing anything? Dak, Skip, Lewin, Jack.
Okay, can I use shape water on the square that is in to try and part as much as I can? It's only 5 foot cube.
You can do that. Yep.
But I'm going to attempt to manipulate the flow to at least get Brick's head above the water.
Okay, that's fine. So you do that. So next go is Brick. You can make a strength roll for me, please, with advantage.
Okay.
There's a rope dangling in front of you, and the water's being parted.
Yeah, I'll grab that rope and strength roll. Some sheets just crashed. There we go.
Okay.
With advantage, sorry, roll up
Yeah,
twice at 18.
that's fine. You managed to walk out, and you've got another leech attached to you. So you at the start of your go, you take 3 damage, and your maximum hit points reduced by 3, and now you've got 4 leeches on you as you stagger out of the water and are prone on the ground. Brick is on the ground in front of you, Boris. He's got these 4 great big long things about 8 inches long stuck to him, which are pulsating. Skip, they look very tasty.
Hello.
Those things look very tasty.
You've been presented with some tasty-looking leeches, you Skip.
You just get blacked out. If it's higher than a 10, I'll eat them.
Okay, so you can go forward and make an attack roll for me, please.
Yep, let me just pull up the character sheet.
No problem. Okay, you can take 2 of them off. Brick, there's another 2 damage, but Skip takes them off and consumes 2 leeches. Very nice, actually. There's a nice eye.
Take some of the local fauna and flora and make a little, leech salad.
We can. You can do that, but if you do that, you can only take 1 leech off.
Okay, I'll take both of them then.
Okay, so you get 2 leeches off. Brick, you're down to 2.
Yep.
Anybody else going to do anything?
Yeah, Dak will pull 1 off.
Okay, make a medicine roll for me, please. You can pull them all. You pull the rest of them off, and you can see one of them gets stuck to Skip's tongue, and you just pull that off as well without a problem. So the leeches have gone.
Cool.
You guys don't like swamps, do you? So
I'm having a great time.
You are now standing on the ground. There's a giant frog looking at you. It's about 7 foot tall, great big bulbous eyes. Ribbit. And you can see up now here. There's an elf, blackened eyes, laughing. Almost a despair to the voice. What are you doing?
I say onward.
Yeah.
One problem.
Hmm?
Don't think there's another bridge.
Oh. That is a problem.
Sucks for you that can't run across water.
Well, I can get across. I can just float across.
Hmm.
I assume we've been spotted too by the fact that they're laughing at us.
Well, they're crying.
Right. But there are the pads, right? We've jumped on those lily pads and they've sustained some of our weight in the past. Don't know if they do it for Brick.
I know the lily pads hold JC's weight.
Boris was on
I
one
watched
for a
you
bit.
sail into the distance.
I could just freeze all the water and we could walk across. It would be very slippy though.
And you probably unfreeze it when you blow up as well.
Yes,
You're not
exactly.
going to be doing cat curling, thank you very much.
Although, luckily for us, I can do this with my fancy staff. So, explosion chances are, maybe 20% at best.
Well, I mean,
That's a great idea.
sounds like a plan.
Wonderful.
So
Well, if there are no downsides to this whatsoever, I can do it straight away.
I'll tell you one interesting thought. If you do decide to freeze the water, I wonder if it will be difficult terrain for JC because he's got claws, which would act like ice boots.
Given previous experience you've had with my ice, I think even a talent such as yours, JC, would still have, let's call them issues with my caliber of magic.
Yeah, it explodes.
I assume you're talking to each other quietly under your breath. Not in sort of open talk.
Yes, very quietly.
Stage whisper.
ASMR style.
Hello, I'm Lewin.
Hi there, Lewin.
I'm talking to you very softly. Yes, so as I was saying, I can cast a sort of wall of ice across the water, which we could then try and get across. But it would be very, very slippy.
I think we should go for it before the DM gets really pissed off.
I need to go for another wee. Yeah. Go get some more alcohol.
JC, just before Lewin, go on.
A DM, a DAC manager.
There is no managing DAC.
You have no idea how true that is.
I work with the bugger, trust me, that's true.
The person second in command of managing Boris, of course, is the Boris under manager.
Quick point of note. Brick, you see that Lewin's sort of just standing next to you, and he just seems to be sort of like comparing his eye level to yours. How tall are you again, Brick?
Good question. 6'6".
Oh, so you see that Lewin is just like, he looks mildly disappointed.
And you can see Lewin's clothes look a little bit. This last spell, the Lewin class, his clothes are shrunk a little bit, and his toes have come out from the end of his shoes, and his sleeves are halfway up his arms, and the button on his belt, the button on his trousers is popped.
Wait, is that Lewin's or mine?
Lewin's.
Mine.
Oh.
I'm sure I'll have it. That's alright, I'm sure I'll have another chance. Yes, so, is everyone agreed with my plan then? I will cast Wall of Ice and will run across the water.
Sure.
Grand idea.
I whisper, or better yet, I tap my heels and just float like a foot off the floor.
For those that can, it might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Does anyone have some rope?
I still have this rope.
Okay. Do you want to tie it down somewhere to something?
Sure.
Okay.
You're going to direct Forrest where to tie this. You're going to leave it to his own inventions.
Just gonna tie it to your leg or something.
I don't understand why everyone questions your intelligence, because you always seem to be spot on, so I'll leave you to your own devices.
I
can just imagine, right? Boris sees what he thinks is a really sturdy twig poking out the ground he can tie it to. That is literally just a tiny twig, not attached to anything.
Okay, hopefully that tied. Those that can make it over, let's make it over, and then Lewin will leave you to your devices.
Good idea. Wait.
Yeah.
You're not coming with me.
No, I think I'm gonna walk across with this rope, if anyone needs a hand, on your ice wall.
So Boris ties one end of the rope to a tree. Boris, do you do that?
Yep.
So I'm trying to move you on a little bit.
Yeah,
We do want to finish this game sometime this century. So you tie the rope to a tree, and Skip, what do you do?
I am going
Yes.
to...
What do you mean, yes?
I just saw Dax comment, which is tied to his penis.
Oh dear. We're now in the definitely XX category, I think, for this episode.
I must say, Skip, I'm incredibly attracted to you for some reason in the last 2 seconds.
I bolted across
So,
I just go across
you run across, yep.
with the rope in hand, yeah.
And we got a rope, which is what sort of colour that's going to be? It's going to be that colour. And where's Boris? Oh, Boris is over here.
Hello.
There you go. There's your rope. Because actually, Boris actually tied it for the rope the wrong side of the thing. So there we go. There we go. And you can tie it up. Boris, actually, can you make a survival roll for me, Boris, please? Okay, you can do a good knot. You do a good knot, so it's nice and tight. Skip, could you make a survival roll for me as well?
Certainly, I've got decent survival. 24.
Okay, and you crank it up so it's really taut. And if you pluck it, it will make a nice sound.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Rope's there. Made it across. Seemed fine. Yeah.
Okay. So there's now rope across his space. There's a fog standing there looking at you. Ribbit.
Those that can get across, I suggest do so.
Well, in that case, I am gonna just skimming across above the water. Yeah, as I'm saying, I'm gonna skim across the water using my hover boots.
Okay. So Rick, you can get across without a problem. As you pass Skip, Jacques. Jacques, not a problem. This is easy for you to do. You do hand over hand over hand. Without a problem, you get to the other side and you land. And you do could you just make an acrobatics roll as you land?
28.
Describe how. No, you don't. Yes, describe how you land off the rope.
Well, it will be the most elegant, awe-inspiring, amazing landing worthy of superhero-ness. But Jack's invisible, so none of you see it.
And because he's tired, Skip, all you see is this Jacques shape outline on the mud because he mistimed it because he's so tired. And now, Jacques, you are now visible because you are just covered in mud. You can see this floating mud ball
I am invisible but visible.
Okay, who's coming? Who's crossing next?
Dak will have a go, but he's not confident in his abilities.
Go for it. Go for it. So make acrobatic rolls for him, please. Or athletics. Acrobatics. Okay, so you get halfway. Could you make another one? One more.
Does it look as though Dak is struggling?
He's struggling a little bit, yeah.
What Lewin will do, I can't touch him, so Lewin's going to do nothing.
Lewin is standing there just egging you on.
He's giving you 2 thumbs up.
Get Dak do another acrobatics roll for me, please.
I believe in you, Dak.
I'm glad you do. 8.
Ooh, splash! You're falling in the water. So you land splash in the water, and as soon as you land, you get a leech attached to you.
Okay.
The rest of you see Dak splash in the water.
I will swim when able to.
Okay, so the next go, you get 1 damage and 1 maximum hit points reduced by 1. And as you do that, another leech attaches to you, and you get out here. So you get out, you scramble out of the swamp, and the rest of you see Dak there with leeches attached to him. You skip. They were quite tasty, those leeches.
Yep, I go at them with my my bowl.
Okay. Could you make a medicine roll for me, please?
Oh yeah, I am so good at medicine. You're gonna love this, Dak. Oh, it's 19.
Okay. Well, you take one off and you put it in your bowl, and you add a bit of salt to it, and it starts to sizzle. And you take some of the local topiary, and you quite a nice leech salad. So you take one off. And what are the rest of you doing? It skips taking one of the leeches off.
I'll be scraping some mud off me, that's about it.
Okay. Brick, you're there.
Any leeches to feel off anyone?
There's
I've still got one.
Okay.
I'll get the last leech off Dak. It never went wrong last time.
Okay, make a medicine roll. How are you going to do this? How are you going to do? You're going to try and pluck it off? You're going to try and...
I'll just squeeze its fucking head in until it just like
Okay, make a medicine roll for me, please.
By the way, this was the leech's head, not Dak's.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
But if you roll a 1, it may not be right. Well, you heard many years ago, if you squeeze somebody's head, the leeches pop off. What's your strength?
22.
That's Dak. You take 5 damage. Brick has now got your head between his hands, and he's squeezing you, and your ears are going pop, and your eyes are starting to bulge.
Stop! Stop, you idiot!
I think I need to squeeze the leech's head, not yours.
No. You've read many years ago that if you actually squeeze somebody's head really hard, the leech will pop off.
Well, Dak did ask me nicely to stop, so I would stop.
Well, no, you read this was a good thing to do.
You've been reading again.
No, you heard.
I'm amazed I can read.
Well, you heard about it. It was from one of your tribal elders.
A picture book.
It's one of your tribal elders. If you remember, it was Thuffbet the Thick. And you never quite know why he was called that, but his stories are quite entertaining. And he says to get leeches off, you squeeze somebody's head until the leech goes pop. Strangely, you haven't tried this yourself. You did try this in a puppy you had once many years ago when you were a child, and unfortunately the leech got to the puppy and killed the puppy before you could save it.
No, my God.
I hate it.
That's what happens when you roll a 1.
Oh. I'd rather kill Dak twice than kill a dog.
Okay, so next round, Dak, you take another 1 damage and your maximum hit points reduced by 1. But between the rest of you, you managed to pry Brick off him, and Iskip managed to take the last slug off, leech off, and consume it.
It's gone. It ceased to exist.
So,
Yeah,
Brick, it works.
perfect.
It works. This is clearly That's what was his name? I forgot now. Something the thick. Cuthbert the stupid. Clearly, he was very wise. It works. Although, Dak, you do have ringing in your ears at the moment, and your eyes are still bulging somewhat. Next, we have Lewin and Boris.
Well, I mean, Lewin could absolutely, just magic and teleport himself to the other side. But the gauntlet has been thrown down. Not only the big tough types have done this, but even Jack has got across.
Yep.
Mostly. So Lewin's feeling a bit of a challenge here.
Yep.
So he's gonna psych himself up. He's gonna have a think about it. He's gonna guidance himself, and he's gonna try and pull himself across.
Okay.
He's going to guidance himself. Is that a spell?
It's cantrip. It's a cantrip. So you can feel the mist sort of float around you somewhat as you do this, and it congeal around you a little bit. And could you make you try and get across? Can you make an acrobatics roll for me, please?
Absolutely. And with the D4, 14.
Splash.
Oh, I did higher than Dak did.
Annoying. I've just.
Yeah, but what are you wearing?
That's a very good point. In which case,
you sink right to the bottom of the swamp.
I am just going to try and misty step my way back up to the top.
You can only miss a step to a place you can see, I believe.
And the water is too murky then.
Yep.
That's alright. I'm going to call on the boss to come save me then.
Okay.
As the hand is going to pluck me up by my collar.
Okay. Could you roll your wild magic thing, please?
I mean, it's very lucky I'm where I am at the moment.
Oh God! Oh no! Okay, so you.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Okay, so the hand comes into existence, but the rest of you see this green hand come out, but it's on fire, and it goes into the water, and it plucks Lewin out of the water. Okay. And Lewin, you get plucked out of the water, and the rest of you just watch. I'm just going to let him do this. You take 1 hit point damage and 1 maximum hit respawn wand. You got the hand on you now. Where's the hand going to take you?
So the hand, if possible, is just going to take me, drop me off loosely.
Okay. As you do that, you go through a cloud of swamp gas, and the hand. You guys don't need enemies, do you? Where's spells? Spells. Here we go. Spells. Where's the one we want? Where are you? You are based there. Okay. Anybody who is touched by that has to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Dak, that last leech is completely incinerated. They ain't got any on you. Lewin, your leech is incinerated, but you've taken that damage already. So please, can everybody make a dexterity saving throw? So Dak fails. Can you roll Lewin? Can you roll 8d6 for me, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Jesus! Dak, you take 32 fire damage. JC, you are fine and you evade it. Brick, you take 32 fire damage. Iskip, you take 32 fire damage. Lewin, you can do that. And Lewin, you take 32 fire damage. As his hand touches that, and it just the swamp gas just explodes, and oh God! And the sad thing for you, of course, is the rope falls in the water because it catches fire and disintegrates.
You ruined what I was hoping to be quite a funny thing, because I was going to ask last week who was it who had like the worst suggestion for the use of JC. Because I was thinking, if that was like Boris, for example, as he's crossing the rope, I was going to cut it.
Our worst idea was throwing you across the water because you reflect water, so you just skim across.
You can hear the You hear the laughter stopped.
Yeah, it's been nice knowing you, buddy.
Boris, you're on your own.
I prefer it that way.
No fucking hesitation.
Is there any of this rope that I can reel back over to me?
There is, and you reel it back in, and the end of it is just smoking and charred and blackened.
I feel really bad for Boris. Boris, if you come closer to us, I can teleport you over here.
Your castle. Let's got some more rope on them.
Well, I've got 50 foot of, unless it was used, of hempen rope.
Yeah, give me that, JC. Tie it up somewhere, please. If you tie it here, on this tree.
Yeah, come over, I'll tie it. There's a survival one, isn't it?
JC.
Yes.
You see that the elf has got his bow out, and is aiming it in Boris's direction.
So whatever they're doing over there, even if Boris hasn't seen this, Boris is doing something.
Yep.
He has decided not to wait for anyone. He's running and leaping as far as he can.
Okay.
And then he's going to swim over to that side.
Okay, so make a... what's your strength modifier?
+5.
+5, so you can probably jump about 20 feet. In the air, this is a little bit out of like enemy at the gate. A bow goes...
Oh!
And gets a natural 20 on you.
Good.
And this is very much like enemy at the gate, and you an arrow sinks into you, and it does 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 62 psychic damage.
Oh shit.
Bosh, as it hits you in the head. And you land here. Splash. And Boris splashes into the water with his arrow in his head.
Oh, hail our new champion, Brick!
Am I able to move up 5 feet, activate my arms, and try and drag Boris's corpse?
He's in the water. He's about 20 feet down at the moment. He's just sunk into the water. Actually, people. Okay, people. Actually, no, he's going to float. Okay, so you're going to do that. Dak, what are you going to do?
If I can see him, I will healing word him. Or attempt to.
You can see him. He's floating on the water at the moment.
Yeah, so 8 healing for Boris.
Yay.
Okay. Iskit, what are you doing? You've done that. Jacques, what are you doing? You're still invisible.
Yeah, still invisible. I was just about to tie the rope when I saw Boris's valiant leap, which point I'll be like, I'm putting this away.
Oh shit. Does anyone know what the range of magic missile is?
Yes.
It's a lot.
120 feet, right?
Okay. So, but Dak casts healing word, and his hands start to glow. Dak, your fingernails fall off, and they start buzzing around you. And that is 8d8 you can fire. Eight fingernails fly off towards that elf.
Cool.
So it's 8d4 plus 1. 8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8. So 4 and 4.
21.
8.
29 damage.
Alright, didn't mean to do that, but that'll work.
Damn, son.
Okay.
So was I able to grab and drag Boris to the shore?
Louis, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Well,
Yeah.
the hand, normally shed of its normal green tone, is now quite red and flammable. Very, very flammable. So the hand is going to move 30, I think that's 35 feet. Let me double check that. That's 40. So yes, I can get there with 60 foot. And it's just going to go to the bottom of this, and then it's just going to wave its fingers along the tree trunk and
I was
all
going to say
bushes.
flipping the bird and then do it.
Okay, where's your thing that says, "Oops, the Waffle House set everything on fire again"? There you go. Pfft. Okay, could you roll 1d6 for me, please?
Absolutely.
Two, so he takes another 2 damage. And he is trying to avoid that. Okay, so Brick, what are you doing? You can see Boris, the champion, has just flatlined into the swamp, and he's started to sink.
Yeah, having a suspicion he's going to flatline again, and I can't get in there because I'm going to just sink to the bottom.
Yep.
I'm going to get. I was going to say I'm going to get out a bowl of potion of greater healing ready for.
Okay.
For when Boris might go down again. Although I realise I'm probably still floating, so actually I could just go over to Boris and carry him, maybe? Could I try that?
You can try. So you get out there?
Yeah, so I'll get out there, that's 25 feet, and then I'll attempt to pick him up and at least bring him another
Okay,
5
make a strength roll for me, please.
Yes.
Not a problem. You pick up the dead weight, which is Boris. And you can see Iskip's hands are trying to grapple onto him, but you manage to pull him back. That tree is now on fire, and there's smoke there, which is starting to obscure the view.
I've managed to get him 5 feet this way, because that's all the movement I have.
Yep. Okay. So Boris, you are there now. Iskip, but you can see Brick has brought him a little closer to the shore.
Even better, am I able to just help drag?
Okay, make a strength roll for me, please.
Oh, using the arms to do that?
Yep, yes, please, yep.
That button there. 21.
Yep, you can pull him up onto here.
Cool.
And he's got a great big leech attached to him.
Bonus action, can I tackle the leech?
That's not a bonus action, no. No.
Okay.
Okay, so next go. I'm going to go start with this this elf. He is just gonna laugh. You can see his feet are now on fire. He is now going to shoot at Iskip.
No.
9 to hit, 20 to hit.
They both miss.
Okay, and you just dodge it. You pluck the arrows out of the air. This one here is going to fire at you. It's going to fire at Brick in the air.
Yep.
13 and 13 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
And this one here is going to fire at. Is going to launch his arrows at. He will do one at Brick and one at Iskip. At Brick, 10. Iskip,
Nope.
10.
Nope.
That's rubbish rolling. Okay, okay, so now your guys go. So we're going to start with Boris. Boris, you take 1 point of damage, and your maximum hit points are reduced by 1. But you were healing worded, so you are conscious, but you are prone.
Okay.
Yep.
I will unprone myself.
Yep. That's half your movement.
And then I think it's time we left. Is there a pathway behind us?
There's a pathway opens up as you look.
Alright, let's go. I don't want anything to do with this. I hate swamps. It's horrible.
Okay.
Let's get out of it.
So you all run away. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Run
So,
away!
yes, run away.
To help us with our escape, the hand is going to Vietnam napalm as much as it can to cover the retreat.
And you smell napalm. And you love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I was just about to say it. Yeah.
And you can almost see some chewingas sort of surfing down the swamp.
You just hear Louis go, I love the smell of crap woods in the morning.
Okay.
Work, Lowen.
So you run away, and you can hear.
You love the smell of crap in the morning.
So you can hear the frogs croaking, and you can hear the elves laughing. One of them, you can see one is tinged with pain, and you can see behind you this tree catches fire, and the elf doesn't move; he just stands there, and he turns into a human torch, and catches fire, and black smoke fills the air, and you can smell the smell of burning flesh as you disappear further along the trail. And as the day continues, you take your breath, you can restore yourself as you get away from this swamp area. You are not pursued. A moment's respite from the horrors of the swamp. Do you wish to do anything, or are you going to keep going?
Boris would have had to de-leech within about 30 seconds, otherwise he was back on the floor again.
Okay, well, I assume somebody did that for you very quickly. Skip is looking very full now. He's been eating leech salad.
Your blood tastes very nice.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
made you...
I couldn't help you. My hands can't fit around your throat.
And the leeches do make you rather flatulent, unfortunately, Skip. And you continue forward. The day is going on, and it is. You reckon the sundown will be shortly. You follow the path. You going to keep going, or are you going to take a rest, or what are you going to do?
I think we should really rest.
Boris definitely needs to rest. Not that he can regain a lot of hit points with how much his hit point maximum has been reduced.
No,
He
mine.
needs to rest.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take a moment's respite, yep? So you move away from the this swamp area, and I'm just going to put you on here, and the forest pulls around you again. The ground is wet underfoot. The air is damp. You hear frogs. You hear laughter. And you take a breath. Jack, your invisibility drops. You are either that, or you're just the walking mud monster. You can take your purple dots off now.
Yeah, I would have tried to scale as much mud as possible, but yeah.
Yep. You tell me what you want to do. I am just going to get another something to consume, if that's all right with you.
Anything and everything that might allow for the gaining of health.
Yeah, well, hit dice would be the ideal one, really, because we've got very limited resources in terms of healing spells and potions.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that we know that our healing spell may become de-healing.
Mm.
Should we try and make a makeshift camp and get us set up before dark so we can try and get a good night's rest?
We can certainly try that. And I'm happy to do that, but
Yeah,
resting hasn't done anything for us so far.
I
Enough
disagree.
rest.
I'm getting lots of use out of my rests, and I suggest that we all have a nice, comfortable afternoon and evening in the tent.
I think that's a good idea.
I think the conservatory is the correct answer.
As long as it doesn't blow up.
Well, if it would keep a 30-meter gap from me.
Good call.
Go
Should
right.
we try and, just before you cast it, Lewin, should we try and camouflage it after it's cast somehow?
I
Just
can do
so-
that, 'cause I can do that as part of the spell.
Oh, even better. Nice. So hopefully we won't be watched, all being well.
Say, what is the word? is a mobile dome, and
I thought it was just solid colours that somewhat blends in.
so the dome is opaque from the outside and of any colour you choose, but it's transparent from the inside. So if I make it mixed greens, it will blend in with the foliage.
Nice.
All right, boys, I'm doing it. Big money, big money. You taking any bets?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's on
WMD.
flumps.
I don't know.
Okay, firstly, I've got to wait until the DM comes back, because obviously I'm not going to do it without him here, because then it's not going
Where's
to
the
work.
fun in that?
Alright, yeah, alright, big man, alright, let's do this.
No.
And this is how we all died.
I'm
Right.
going to guess you
I'm
turned
back.
into an alternate plane.
So you take a rest, yep?
So we have decided that we're gonna put up the tiny conservatory, and everyone has backed off from Lewin as he's going to ritual cast it.
Okay, so you start casting this.
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll the wild magic surge again for me, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Loads of Lewin start to materialize.
Hello.
And they're all-
Hello.
Hello. I know you. No, you don't. I'm me. No, I'm me. Could you roll it again for me, please?
We are us.
We are Legion.
And you all disappear all over. They're all standing on trees now. Roll it again. And you're standing on trees, and you suddenly see these multiple pots, 4 pots of petunias, which are standing on trees, which all fall off and crash on the floor. And you can see Lewin now lying prone on the floor. Lewin, you take 1d6 damage.
Absolutely.
Roll it again. Lewin suddenly goes bright blue. And he's like glowing.
The odds are not in our favour at this, right?
Okay.
No.
And again, you've got 10 of these to do. And suddenly there's is Skip. You after all those leeches, you just feel yourself and this is just the whole around you is completely obfuscated with this toxic smelling cloud. And again, oh, what does that do? Try that again. That's obviously a mistake.
Yep. Okay. Hello! I think it's working!
My brain hurts! Oh! Okay, and the rest of this, Lewin, you've now given them a tutorial in flower arranging. As per Mr. Gumby.
My brain hurts!
I will do flower arranging! You get some chrysanthemums and some daffodils, and you shove them into a pot. And if you've never seen that sketch, please watch it. And at the end of that, there's a rather strange-looking shack which materialises, which is present. So you can put your tent up.
Perfect.
If you can find it.
Do I have a template for this?
So, yes, I made you one.
Oh.
Go to spells.
Let's have a look. Spells. Tiny hut. There we go. Hooray!
And they have here, and the tiny hut materialises. And after that time, the ground, the air is sky starts to clear, and you can see the end of the day is dawning, is becoming on you. The sun starts to set in the east, and the night sky takes a red hue.
Oh, and just for reference, everyone, after a couple of minutes, Lewin's just like, this appears to be permanent. Lewin is now blue.
It's not that bad, Lewin.
At least
It's
it's
a shame
not pink.
it's a shame it wasn't green, really, because that would have been quite useful in a forest. Oh, hey ho! If anyone asks, I'm a genasi now.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
need
wait, I'm
someone
not supposed to mention
be
that.
we just need someone to be green.
Okay.
You know,
So
oh,
the
sorry.
sun is starting to set, and you can see Rudis moon is now full. Start to rise in the sky, balefully looking at you. Iskip, you glance up, and you feel this pulling in you. Ah! And you can see, the rest of you look at Iskip, and you can see this face merging out of his. I need to go home. Ah! And disappears back into Iskip's visage again.
We should probably fix that at some point.
What the hell was that?
Yiskip, I think you're possessed.
Iskip, you now have a point of exhaustion.
No.
Yep.
So I have been dreaming about this weird guy. Does anyone have any ideas? Because he wants to go home, and I don't know where his home is. I don't know who he is, and frankly, he scares me.
Have you asked him who he is?
I don't want to talk to him.
It's Graf.
Dak, you recognise Grab's face as it morphed out of Iskip's.
As I'm assuming Lewin observed this phenomenon.
Yep.
Did he make anything of it?
Make a religion roll for me, please.
Religion. 24.
You feel Iskip has got a spirit inside him.
Aha! I was right, you are possessed. How fond are you of your soul, Yiskip?
Well, my soul is in Samsara, so I feel like it's pretty safe.
Oh, no, what I mean is, are you using it right now?
Oh, right now? No. I want to be sleeping.
Perfect. Well, I can't help you directly, but if you're not, too worried about it, I could do a thing where I can take your soul out of your body temporarily, just for a bit, and then we can sort out this business with your renter.
So does that mean the renter takes my body whilst I'm outside?
I don't know. This is a very new phenomenon to me.
Maybe we shouldn't try this in the middle of the murder forest.
Oh, I can't do it here anyway. I don't have my equipment.
Oh, sure.
But once we're finished with Daddy Dearest's business...
Lewin, the moustache, the ends of your moustache have almost like a candle glowing, burning them all the time now.
Oh, perfect!
The moustache is not being burnt, but you've got little lights now, like a perpetual flame on the end of your tips of moustache on both sides.
Is it causing me any pain?
Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Oh, wonderful! Look at this. I'm like that famous deer from the winter festivals.
Oh, I was going to say Lumiere.
May I introduce you to your dinner?
How did you know about that, Dad? We don't. That's a elven child's tale. We don't tell that to anyone.
Well, you travel around, you hear things.
Well,
so he skips face. So what is it?
I've never seen it before.
No, that's
no
no
one
one
has.
talk about Yixit.
But I believe it's a spirit.
A spirit?
Yes. Normally a person has one soul, but in this case, Yiskip has two.
Well, I don't have two. There are two in this body. I am me, and I've got a leech on me.
Are you inside the hut, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're all inside the hut, and you see there's some cutlery there and some cucumber sandwiches, and there is a lampshade there.
Yes,
Well, I have to say, after my experience, I now understand the ancient halfling saying, I was in a village once, and every time something went wrong, they would go, "I'm blue, Aberdee, Aberdai." In halfling.
So what is it?
And now I know how it feels, because everything I see is blue. In this house, inside and outside. This blue little house with this blue little window.
Please, someone
I would
stop him.
clap, yeah, but you know, shoehorned in there well.
Yiskip, I mean this with no jest. With my tools, I can definitely separate your soul from your body.
I want my soul in my body. I want the leech out of my body.
I could do that as well.
That would be the preferred option.
But if I took your soul out, it's a lot easier to deal with the other occupant in there. Otherwise, it's all tangled together. It's like a ball of yarn.
Yeah.
As much fun as it is to pull apart, you probably don't want to be the pink yarn. You want to be a white yarn and a red yarn.
Who's got yarn? I want the yarn.
And as you're talking within the hut, suddenly the hut vanishes.
Oh!
I've noticed that JC got to do hit dice during that time, did I?
Yes, you all got to hit dice, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
thank God.
No, fair, lots of you did them last time as well.
Phase 2 last time, I think. Do my calculator.
So the prematurely the hut has evaporated, disappeared into the forest.
Would we have got a short rest there, or was that not long?
You've had a short rest.
Fab.
And
frantically.
So the forest feels dark. There's a red glow from Rudis. Jack, you are almost glowing now.
Yeah.
Your hair is visibly growing back as everybody looks at you. But you're almost like basically you're now got sort of you've got some illumination, almost like you are exuding red light.
My radiant personality.
No, that's not it.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get much rest here, does it?
Oh, what did you do?
Me?
Oh, just the you in general.
Me?
Is this the royal you?
You're a royal you.
Hey, I'm the champion, okay? I'm the only royal here.
Definitely not long jump champion.
Ouch.
Boris, you still have an arrow sticking into your head, and coming out the other side. Like one of those. There's one of those comedy hats.
It itches.
Does Boris know there's an arrow in his head?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. He thinks it's quite
Catch
stylish.
it on a few things.
It's useful to hang things on.
Yeah. We should probably look at that.
It's an arrow. There you go. You just look at it.
When you're doing hit dice, you've looked at it. So you've my brain hurts. Brain surgery.
Somehow it managed to miss his brain. Right through the centre of his head.
Missing his brain by 6 feet.
But,
So-
but the question, does it make Boris any smarter?
You look like the Simpsons episode of the crayon. Is that what you're thinking? That's what we should leave it in.
So you're standing in the forest, and the trees are. You almost feel like they're watching you. There's foreboding here. The swamp ground is wet underfoot.
Well, this is all very unfortunate. I guess we'll have to go rustic. Just us camped out in the woods under the forest canopy.
Being murdered.
Boris, could you please be a dear? Here is my tent supplies. Could you put it up for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And Boris does so.
And all of you hear, come to me. Come. You want to come to me. This is why you are here. No?
Hello? Are you talking to me?
It's quiet again.
Oh, did anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
It was all. It wasn't loud. You all heard that within your heads.
I couldn't hear anything over that bloody voice.
I'm back.
So what do we think?
Well,
Good, bad, follow, don't follow?
I mean, it's
one
not
path
good.
anyway.
it's not good at all, but I'm sure we'll end up meeting him.
Okay, your tent is done.
I examined the tent. Boris, how does it look?
Make a survival roll for me, boys.
Does the arrow help or hinder?
Well, you've actually put the tent up quite well, but you put it in a puddle of water, so it will be basically, and you can see in the water, Lewin, there are crawly things. Probably not a place you want to sleep.
Oh, well, I commend your efforts, Boris, but you made one mistake. You underestimated Lewin Boreal. As I'm just going to shake the water, and I'm just going to shoo the water just a couple of meters to the left.
Oh God!
So it does that, but then the ground is so wet, it just starts to come back again. And in the distance, you can almost feel a face palm.
Okay, I've got an idea.
I've got an idea.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
I'm about to say, there's a stone's throw from I have a cunning plan, isn't it, really?
So I'm going to ask very politely, does anyone have the fabricate spell?
No.
No, none at all?
Boris checks his pockets.
Fabra what now?
Does he find
What is it?
So behind you, to the south of you, the forest starts to get. You feel it starting to move here, starting to get thicker and thicker, and you can almost feel it. It's trying to push you down the storyline.
On we go.
Yeah.
And as you look backwards, you can see the path behind you is completely closed now. It's just opened up ahead. It's like one of those horror movies where you look down the track and it just seems to enlarge as you look down it.
Yeekship's just messaged in the chat about the red thing crashing his computer.
Oh.
What red thing?
Yeah, I've just joined it. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
I can hear you.
yeah, there's like some big red layer on the screen.
Okay, well I haven't got that, so
it just keeps crashing mine. I've tried Edge, Chrome, Firefox, Brave. Just keeps crashing each one of them.
Hold it. Let me see if I can take. No, I've got the wrong thing on there. Oh, I'll take that off then. It didn't work on mine. There we go. It's off.
Hey, nice. Thank you.
Okay, it didn't work on mine for some reason. But yeah, everything. There's a red hue to everything around you. You can just see this path open up towards you along the swamp trail.
Well, I will kindly pack up your tent, Lewin, because it seems like we are afoot.
Thank you very much, Boris. I applaud your quick thinking. You truly are a champion.
I certainly am. That's why I have the chair.
Of course, I forgot about the chair.
Onwards.
Champions like us should really good running a party together.
Oh, absolutely.
So you go forwards after you've done all your waffling. And have we got anybody on here? I'm not sure you're gonna. I don't think your stuff will like this either. Let's see if this works. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I was going to put another. I think I've just crashed mine as well. There we go.
This episode brought to you by Roll20.
Super unstable software.
I think I've tried 2 different browsers during this session. I think you've been through all of them. Doing quite well.
And we also have to thanks for this exciting episode of the Wafflehouse Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh no, fuck those guys.
If you sign up now using the code of Waffle.
Something it's really slowed down since they had this attack, DDoS attack. Okay, so you keep going forwards. The night is there is a dark sky, but the red moon, the white moon of Cathar is not up. You get to a swampy area. In front of it, you see there is a tree. Where is the thing I want to show you? I want to show you this. That's what you see in front of you. The trees. Can you see that? Oh, have I lost everybody? I've lost everybody.
Amazing.
Sorry, I lost you. I lost you all there. It just kicked me. It just kicked me out.
That's all right.
So you get to this area where you can see dead trees around swamp. There are lily pads in the swamp. Did you see the picture I showed you?
Yeah.
So you see in front of you, you can see a large tree. There is a lights leading up to it. There is a small house there at the bottom of the tree. You look around. There is a boat rotten in front of you in the swamp. There is marsh gas coming up and burning. Will-o'-the-wisps floating around. A natural phenomena or not. There are frogs gribbeting. And in the distance you see a tree move. Multiple eyes look at you malevolently. Up here. And in this tree in front of you, there are elves laughing, bows in the hands, eyes blackened. And you stand there at the bottom. Oh.
More fucking elves.
we've been invited, so only polite thing is to go up and say hello.
Okay. So Lewin walks forward, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, move yourself up.
Let's put myself there. He's going to turn round and looks at the party.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Having dealt with horrible eldritch beings who live in forests before, I like to think I know a thing or two about these situations.
Is this not causing, any PTSD for you, Lewin?
What's that?
Good question.
Okay.
Some sort of monastic technique.
So the elves in the trees, you can see them standing there. They look at you. You also see in the trees what you thought was boughs. You can see dead bodies in the trees. Some hanging there by the neck, some splayed out on branches.
Yes, this is all very familiar.
Well, I'll go with you, Lewin, but could you drag me alongside you, please? I seem to have lost the ability to move my legs. Oh yeah, I can't move my token because browser problems.
You feel what feels like a small hand just gently places place on the heel of your foot, and it lifts it up slightly as you are frog stepped.
Okay.
Well, you would be, but I don't have access to your token either.
So I've just moved you up next to me because I can move your token.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see up here there's a small set of steps leading up into this hut, which is built into the tree. You can see that there are elves in the branches looking at you, chortling, not manic laughter, but chortling softly. There is a tree here which is moving and looking at you, but nothing is making any aggressive advances towards you.
Well, come then, you skip. You could be my second.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you'll go forward.
Yeah. Are the elves looking at us? Are they?
Yes.
Can I just look towards one and go, hello? And he hears in the language of key in his mind, hello?
Can you make an insight roll for me, please?
I would love to. Let me try and... Okay, that seems to be working. Nice, okay. Insight. 14.
And you are assailed with language of the damned and the insane. Help! Nice to see you. Help me! It's lovely here. The sun is shining. Who are you?
More importantly, what are you?
Welcome. Welcome to the Master's house.
And who might your master be?
You will find out. Yes, you will find out. I hope that you have an invitation. Otherwise, you will be decorations on his tree. And he starts crying.
Well, Lewin, it seems like these moon owls are completely batshit crazy.
You've been laughing back and forth with them. It seems like a hoot to me.
I didn't realize I was speaking in that language. Sorry, Lewin. I think there's some master here. Did we have an invitation?
Well, I mean, you heard the same message I did. I would take that as an invitation.
I didn't actually. I was pulled from the Matrix for a brief moment.
At that point, there was another creature in charge of Iskip as a barbarian's face. Again, you look at Iskip and you can see this bubbling under his skin as is almost like an other visage tries to pull through.
Yes, we're going to have to do something about that. As I said, we'll sort out this soul business. with a hammer, a screwdriver, and a pair of very expensive jars I need to take from a necromancer.
Promising, Louis,
So-
thanks.
So there is a door just up here. It's closed. There is a door knocker on it.
Right. Well, I've got one piece of advice for you. If they offer you a deal, don't say yes, but don't say no either.
Oh no. It's one of those mind games.
Iskip and Jacques, you know you're being watched, but not just by the people who are looking at you. You feel other eyes on you as well.
Mm.
Can I knock on the door? I love knocking on doors.
Go for it.
So Boris walk up the steps to the door. You knock on the door.
They all have their own unique sounds.
Go knock on the door then.
I'm there. I'm knocking.
Oh!
And the door opens. And you look inside. I can just change the layer. Oh, fuck! Wrong button.
Did we just get a massive spoiler? Oh no, it's gone red again. Yep.
Is it working? Or is it gone? Is it died? Has your system died?
Yeah, this one's died here.
Oh, that's chucked my CPU up to 73% now.
So it's not a matter of resources. It just seems that Roll20 itself is struggling. From my end, anyhow.
Okay. Well, I'll get rid of the red. It's just a red. That's just a red tint.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Boris, the door opens, and you look inside, and you can see inside there's a small round hut. Inside that, you see there's a bed. On it, there is a figure lying on the bed, not moving, with a green mask on. Could you just make a perception roll for me, please?
Certainly can. Good old perception.
You can see there's movement from this person in the bed. In this room, there are candles which are slowly burning, with a flame which does not seem to consume the candles. And there is a large orb made of glass standing on a tripod in the middle of the room.
Hello.
Oh, welcome. Who might you be? This voice is in your mind. It seems to be coming from the bed.
Boris will always talk out loud because he doesn't get how this mind thing works. I'm Boris the Badger of Boris Inc. Champion.
Ah, champion of court. I've heard of you. Please enter.
Okay. Boris walks straight in.
And there's nothing in this room. There's nothing else moving. Just this figure on the bed. And as you get closer, you see that there's the green mask, and underneath that there's a figure. This figure is desiccated, mummified. You can see there are creatures crawling through its rib cage. It seems long dead. Are you going to ask your friends to enter?
Oh yeah. Boris will poke his head out the door. So come on, guys. He's very friendly.
Ah, Boris, did you go in?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yes, we're good. Someone else has agreed first.
Yeah, exactly. Is what I was thinking.
Right, just remember, break the chair and he gets mad. That will be the signal.
Okay. Hello.
And you'll go in, and
Greetings.
you all see this small hut built into the tree itself. There's a double bed inside. There is a dead body. The creatures, centipedes and cockroaches crawling through its rib cage. On its head there is a green mask, similar to the green mask that you saw from the Green Man a few days ago. Oh, welcome. And this voice seems to be coming from the dead person in front of you, but there's no movement from the creature apart from the crawling of these creatures in its chest.
Do we see this, whatever the thing is below Yizkit, this big black ball that's on the screen? Is that meant to be there?
Big black ball, which show me where?
Just below Yizkit.
Yes, there is a large sphere, glass sphere there, on an iron tripod.
In which case I will go inside.
Oh, so welcome. So who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my abode?
We are the Wafflehouse. Aspiring gods.
Firing.
And who may I thank for such a polite invitation into your charming home?
Wafflehouse. I believe I have heard of you. You must be Fabius?
I think I've been called that before.
I did not know you were half-blood.
Yes, but the better half usually wins out.
So, Wafflehouse, why do you bother me in my prison?
Well, could you excuse us for just one moment? We need to decide who's the best and most eloquent person to speak to you, as we don't want to offend you.
Feel free. Do you wish to eat, drink, tea?
That sounds delightful.
That's my body is dead. These millennia. You will have to make your own, but please feel free to use the kettle and teapot. And you can see in the corner there was a teapot on a stove. It is rusted. Stove is very cold.
Dak, as our party leader, you're probably best equipped to deal with this conversation. Would anyone like a cup of tea? Our dear host, please don't get up. What can I get you?
I am... how do you say? Content. The company is pleasant after these many years.
Just as I'm walking around the room, as I walk around to my side, can I just touch things and not touch things, but touch the walls and almost do a subtle investigation that where we are is actually real.
Okay, so make an investigation roll for me, please.
Yeah, let me pull up that thing again. Investigation. Gotta love that +0. 13.
Okay, So you realise that the candles are not burning true, they are magical, but everything else seems real and solid.
Cool, so my hand doesn't pass through anything. Okay.
Not
Nice.
that you've noticed, no.
Sweet. Okay.
So I have tea in the cupboard if you wish to partake.
Lewin is already looking.
Okay, and you see that there was a jar in there with just sort of the rotted ashes of tea in there.
Well, we are guests, so I know the process well, even if the tea bags are substandard.
Okay, so the kettle. So you can. So the kettle is you need some water to put into it. There's nothing in it.
I realise that I am missing water. Do you have a well or a pail or a water source I can fill this up with?
There is water outside the swamp.
Ooh, that seems awfully far to go. Is there anything closer by?
Well, no, I don't have water. I need little sustenance these years.
Oh, so modest. You could hardly be older than, what, a couple 100 years?
Yeah, and what is your diet as well? You're doing fabulously well.
I was going to say that.
I do not require sustenance, as you know. I have other means to keep me going since the calamity. And all of you know that's at least 2,000 years previously.
Does Boris recognise his voice at all?
No.
Okay.
No. Unless I've done a random NPC that sounded like him before. No.
I don't believe so, no.
So, I will enjoy your tea and sit. So you can see chairs there. Which, you know what? Not sure they were there before, but there are chairs now which you can sit on.
Well, of course, Boris has his own chair.
Champion, you have the chair of sitting. That is a mighty artifact.
Yes, only a champion may sit in this.
Champion of Court, yes. Winner of the tourney. So, Wafflehouse. And there's no water in here to make the tea. Somebody'd have to go out and make it, or you'll conjure your own water. Up to you.
Does anyone have the ability to conjure water?
The what, sorry?
The ability to conjure water.
Not with me today, I believe. No.
We assume we've used all of our water skins.
I am very good at shaping water. I'm not very good at creating it.
You probably have a little bit of water and some water skins left.
Yeah, fair enough. Can I do a reach around and start brewing?
Okay. So you put water into the kettle, and the iron is rotten, and it just leaks through. And the wood in the stove is just rotten, and it's just full of termites. So
you know, normally we discuss business before we partake in drinks, so maybe we should do it the normal order round, if that's okay with yourself, of course, Mister. I'm sorry, we haven't been formally introduced.
no, and you have not really all introduced yourselves to me as guests in my abode.
Of course. Well, I shall firstly introduce myself. I am the son of the guild runner of Singorn. In
The
fact,
half-blood.
indeed, I am pleased that my reputation has reached even this far.
I know of you.
Oh, good. Did Nana tell you, or do you have other contacts?
I wish you hadn't asked that. Can I just have a look at... Yeah, where are we? This is Singorn, isn't it? Just bear with me 1 second.
Not a problem. Sorry.
I just need to have a look at... Where is... No, wrong thing. So I'm just going to be a bit naughty here. I can get this to work. I'm trying to... Bear with me. Oh, yes. No, I have... I've had dealings with a Miranda Lepudis before. I'm just going to whisper to Lewin, yeah?
Yes. That interesting. Very interesting. Yes.
Yes, I have had dealings. Someone you may know.
I would find that very surprising.
Yes.
How did you know her?
She came to me. Is this something you wish to discuss in front of others?
My companions and I have been through much together. They deserve to know just as well as me.
So be it. A guest in my house, I offer this, as this has no value to me. Miranda came to see me. She was barren. She wished, above all things, to have a child. And a pact was made. And she had a child. I will leave that said. What he said is said, and you to interpret what that means. Doing Boreal. Now, your friends. You skip the hungry.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The mother. Yes. Soon. But you are possessed of another. What are your wish from seeing me?
Well, it would be good to know. How can I put it? Who you are, as bluntly as I can say.
I am he who lives here, who you have seeken. I am the heart of the Mirescar. I know much, and wish to know more. People come to see me for wisdom, and I seek from them knowledge in a fair trade. Jacques Clouseau, you have taken the curse.
This curse seems to work for me quite well.
Yeah.
No obvious downsides yet.
Yes, I think that will be a misfortune for you, but there is a boon with this too. Power of Buddhist. The power. No, I must not tell you. You must find for yourself. Boris.
Well, we were passing through and we heard a voice.
No, you were coming and seeking me out. You followed the path of the damned. You've led your compatriots to see me. To what end?
We were travelling through here. I don't know why we came to your tree.
The ignorance of stupidity is sometimes wise. Dak, leader of the Wafflehouse. Dak of the Mercy tribe. To tell me why you have brought your companions here. Or why I should not have you decorate my home like the others.
We are currently performing an errand for the Green Man. That involves passing
I
through your land.
am the Green Man.
Well, another that claims to be the Green Man.
An imposter. It is easy to claim to be me. So, what do you seek?
There is I'm told there is a mine, rich with whitestone. We are to recover it, or at least some quantity of it.
There may be, there may not be. Whitestone is in Whitestone. a unfortunate consequence of the calamity. That I may help you if you'll help me.
Okay, that sounds like a proposition for a trade.
Maybe. Brick.
Pay you.
Brick. Brick. He's on mute.
I'm here. I'm here.
Brick, father of Ragesh. I know of you. What do you seek?
All I really seek is my daughter.
You are the one who has spoken true. Do you wish to gaze on your daughter?
I do. I want to find her, but if I can see where she is, it might help.
So, you are here for disparate reasons. I can help you, but trade is trade. Your burning requirement is for the mother. But he needs to be freed from the spirit. But I can put you on the path for, if you wish.
Sorry, I think I only got caught some of that. You say about release the spirit from the mother. Is that what you said?
Them from the mother, yes.
I don't think Rick would only understand what that means.
No.
Is this, I guess from what you said earlier, I'll refer to you as the Green Man. Are you perhaps the remnants of a Titan here?
No.
Okay.
But a Titan, or a remnant of a Titan, is something you will need to see to free yourself of the effects of the spirit.
So we heard from the fake Green Man, 3 possible things from the Mirescar. 2. That the Mirescar is possibly overrun by the Spider Queen. And
That is false. Spider Queen was vanquished at the time of the calamity, although her power grows stronger again.
And secondly, there are some bones of a Titan here that are, and these are not my words, but the words given to me, corrupting the area.
That's something I cannot divulge. I would suggest you consider my offer to try and help you with the spirit within Mother. And if you can expound that, then I will let you know my knowledge of the source of the Mirescar's ills.
Does releasing the spirit from the mother have anything to do with the observations you made earlier about me?
Yes, your spirit. The spirit. The trapped spirit within you, Mother. That spirit will kill you, consume you, if it is not released. As she says that, you can feel turmoil and almost like this rippling under your skin. Something trying to get out. That ghost needs release. I will make a trade. I will put you on the right pathway for this. In exchange for two things. But I will show my good faith first. Rick, father of Ragesh, look into the orb.
Rick will go over to the orb and look in it.
Okay, and it's cloudy within the orb. And then put your hand on the orb. Think of that which you wish most.
And Brick will do so.
And the clouds within the orb swirl. And then there is a picture there, very vivid picture. You see a young half-orc running down a mine, a flaming torch in one hand, blooded, a scar on her chest, bleeding. In her left hand there's a torch, in the right hand you can see carrying a sword well known to you, glowing bright, shouting a battle cry as she hews through the bodies of hobgoblins who are standing there in front of her. And you don't hear any noise, but you recognise an older version of Ragesh standing there. And behind her you can see other half-orcs, and there was a human, and there's a dwarf there with pickaxes and shovels behind her, leading the way. And she raises her sword and says, "For Marius!" And she just charges down the corridor again. Your daughter is a leader. A fine leader. I will help you find her. But we need to get the mother sorted first. The trade would be, I will put you where you need to be. And I will require two things. One, I want for you to acquire for me the keystone over the hearth in the mead hall, over the the Grandmaster's desk, and Half-Blood, I want your spell book. I'm going to stop there.
Yeah.
What was the other part? So it was acquire the gemstone.
So there's a keystone from the mead hole, which is over the Grandmaster's desk, and also Lewin's spell book.
Damn.
I think we take the alternate route here, Lewin. Put my soul in the jar.
Look, all I'm saying is we still need to travel to get both of those.
Yeah.
I'm like Batman, baby. Give me enough time, I can work out a solution to anything. I've already had one tucked on my sleeve for this encounter, but luckily, or unluckily for me, I don't know if it'll work because it's just a skeleton, and I don't even think the spirit is in the skeleton.
I'm gonna say I need to bounce, but fantastic session. That was
Yeah.
that was a twist, and I was really not. I was expecting this to be a massive fucking trap, and it probably still is in some way. However, that was enjoyable.
I think you're right, Rick. Ancient powerful eldritch beings, totally trustworthy.
It's of course.
Oh, absolutely. I've been dangled the big juicy carrots. So you guys are all screwed sauce. Right, I'm sorry guys, we have to bounce, but I'll soon.
So basically, the Brick has been offered something that he wants. Iskip has been given offered something he needs. Lewin has been told he needs to give something he doesn't want to give up.
Well, Lewin's been told something which is fairly monumentous here.
Oh yeah, but the others don't know that, so we'll keep that quiet. Dak is basically in charge, and if he doesn't go well, it may go badly for the whole Wafflehouse. Boris is so stupid, he's just been ignored. And Jacques has a curse which is intrigued the Mirescar.
Is his name the Mirescar?
That's it. You're in the heart of the Mirescar at the moment.
Okay.
And so all you're seeing there is this dead creature with dead human or a dead person with the green mask on, who's communing with you. And everything in this room is old, rotten, and nothing really works very well.
That bastard Lewin's dad gave us the wrong information. He said there was bones of a titan here.
What? As though my family would ever lie to people.
No. What a grandiose claim.
In fairness, I think he was telling the truth. Because we're
probably
talking,
the tree, right?
We are talking to those bones right now.
Yeah.
That mask looks intriguing.
Don't do it.
What could possibly go wrong?
All I'm saying is this being seems to operate under a premise of deals, right?
Equivalent exchange.
Yeah! And I'll tell you what, Boris has got one fancy chair. It's a chair of champions.
Nothing is worth the chair.
A couple of conversations with me, and you'll absolutely agree it was the right decision.
Probably, yeah.
But the best thing though was dangling Vagesh. Let's get that storyline back on off and going again.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to dream. He's going to dream about that now, isn't he?
I have a question for you, DM. How set in stone is that stuff? Because that has given me some ideas.
What?
Ragash, Marius, and the rebellion.
It's what he saw.
Okay.
You haven't seen it. He saw that when he looked into the crystal ball.
Oh, this is me asking as the player rather than the character.
It's exactly that's what he saw. That's what he saw. What you don't know what this crystal ball is. You don't know how truthful it is, or if it's a past, future. You haven't asked yet. Is it past, future? It may be like a little bit like the mirror of Galadriel.
Mirror of Erised.
But that's what he saw, and he saw Vagesh wielding Vagesh the sword.
See, I thought you were going to do a bit of trickery there and have a young orc holding the sword Ragesh, and just not allude to it being his daughter at all.
No.
You'd like to think that Brick would know his children.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah,
It's been a few
but it was
years.
but this was showing good faith.
See, what Rick hasn't told us is he's actually got about 20 kids, but Ragesh is doing cares about.
Right. Well, I will.
There we go. Well, lots of things which some of you may have picked up on, some of you may not have done. But very interesting. At last we've got here, and we can move the story forward.
I'm sure we can find a way to change that.
Yes, probably.
What's going to happen is Brick's going to die on the way out the swamp. Lewin's going to cast a spell and explode into 1,000 pieces. And your Skip will get... Actually, that's a good idea. If we cast Fleshed Stone on you, your Skip, and just held you in permanent stasis, do you think that would work?
Oh, like before? When someone else was kidnapped and turned to stone?
I wasn't turned to stone, I was put in a stone. They're very different things.
Okay. So basically, this story is supposed to be a little bit like this. But the way you guys play it, it's a little bit more like this.
Yeah, that's very true.
Never let your enemy know your next move.
Yeah, you need to know your own next move, though.
I follow the American military doctrine. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, then your enemy's not got a chance.
Yeah. So we will stop there, and next week we will go where you wish to go. The whole world is your oyster. Lots of potential things, but Iskip is looking in trouble now. It's bulging under his skin as Grav tries to get out, which you've been trying to ignore for the last 6 months.
Completely, you're just really head in your sand, you know.
And I have been doing a countdown, and it's actually fitted quite nicely to this.
Nice.
Skip, how much do you need your soul really in your body?
Permanently, I just want to take the soul and put it in a different body. Someone else take Grav's soul and put it
in a different body.
No, I'm very fond of this body. I have trained and honed it.
You're already used to sharing, so what if I put
I'm not used to
Brick's body?
I do not share well.
And then Grav can have yours, and this whole situation is solved.
Okay, well I will stop there now, so I can go and get something to eat.
Yeah, same.
Great, thanks very much, DM.
It's crashed. There's been something really wrong with Roll20 the last couple of weeks, hasn't there?
It's us.
It's not. There's something wrong. It's really slow. Ticket and rejections. The APIs keep crashing again. Internal streams destroy. What does that on earth does that mean? Socket error listener. Node something wrong. I think the APIs aren't working. Since they had the DDoS attack, it's really been a bit of a problem.
Maybe they just still haven't recovered their infrastructure from whatever it is they had to do to mitigate it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I mean, fortunately, didn't have much of an issue there because there wasn't a lot of combat. You just had to sort of walk past the mad elves without getting confused and attacking each other and falling in the water, which you did quite a lot.
We did that anyway.
I may say with a point of pride here that Lewin has now done more damage to himself than all of the monsters he's faced combined.
Excellent. That's exactly how it should be for a wizard. Wizards are their own worst enemies.
Oh, I tell you what, even when we finish in the Scar and all that, I want to keep the wild magic table. It's great.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not every spell, but you are in the confluence of ley lines, which is corrupted. So this is going to happen. But it's quite fun to have every time you do something, it goes horribly, horribly wrong.
I am just going to reiterate, DM, just for a heads up. That is an awfully tempting looking mask.
Up to you.
Family is in a Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely. Up to you. So, if you can take it if you want. You don't know what will happen. You can even wear it and put it on.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. But you know what they say: nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yep. And by the way, if you actually, by the way, if you watch this on YouTube, you'll see some things you shouldn't know about, but they are there. So just so you know, there are things in the background which are looking in. Let's put it that way. You're going to see that now, aren't you?
No,
Cool.
Where's the fun in doing the surprise? I will wait until that's been triggered, and then I will watch the YouTube.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll say good night to you all. Take care. Have a good evening, and we'll see. I think Davey's going to do the going to try and upload. Are you going to try and upload that, Davey, or do you want me to do it? Boris. Sorry, Davey. Who's he?
Where am I uploading it? You just want me to email it?
What the? I don't think you can email a YouTube video, can you?
Only a link to. You've got to upload it somewhere first. I mean, you can try like Google Drive or something, or Dropbox or something like that.
Yeah.
If it's small enough.
Yeah. Because you won't see all the stuff that I've been doing, and all.
Yeah.
As I say, Roll20 has been crashing a lot this evening, and it's been really, really slow. I mean, some of the pages are big, but it still shouldn't be crashing. It shouldn't be slowing down and crashing like that. Anyway, I shall see you good. I'll bid you good night. Take care. See you all.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay. You can make a decision what you're going to do next time. All right, Mother.
Right, bye-bye.
Yeah, he has no idea what that means. Take care. Bye.
Bye.